Okay, fair warning, it's about to get real in here, y'all.
I'm the CEO, it's Mega Chop, you already know.
I've had it on my heart for quite a while, talking about feelings and men, because with men and their mental health, a lot of the tie-ins are feelings and having feelings that they don't know what the feeling is. Typically, men respond in two ways when they don't know what feeling they have. And it's usually either like anger or fear. And so they get aggressive or they pull back and shut down. Like, those are the two very common responses that men have, especially if they're experiencing something that they don't understand. And there's been a lot of emotions that I've had to learn. And basically, the reason that we experience as men, especially, a lot of emotions that we don't understand is culturally, we have been taught that men are not supposed to feel emotions. Men aren't supposed to express emotions. Men aren't supposed to talk about their feelings. Men aren't supposed to deal with these things. Like, they're just supposed to be tough. They're supposed to be a rock. They're supposed to be leaned on. They're supposed to be strong. They're supposed to be whatever it is, you name it. And on some level, yes, we're all of those things, but that takes away the human aspect. Every single person, every single man that is human has feelings, has hurts, has things that make them feel good, has things that make them feel bad. And some of those hurts are pretty deep. And we don't frequently talk about those. And as we grow up, as we go through this world that tells us we're not supposed to feel emotions, we don't learn what emotions we're feeling. So when we're feeling anxious, or we're feeling absolute fear or dread, or we're feeling elated, or, I mean, there's a lot of differences to feelings and emotions. Being excited and elated are similar but different. Being happy or overjoyed, again, a little bit different. Being angry or upset, they're a little bit different. And are we able to properly label the feelings that we're experiencing? Because it makes a difference when we're trying to explain those feelings to other people. If we can properly explain what we're feeling, they can better understand where we're coming from. And if we can express that when you say this, it hurts, or when you say this, it builds me up, that makes a big difference for people when they're receiving that. I would. Now, and the reason that I would say that is I don't have the extreme ups and downs that I experienced before. I'm very level mood-wise. I'm pretty chill. I don't get angry and have angry outbursts. I don't get crazy over the moon and just spend wildly. There's a lot of very obvious outward signs that I don't battle depression anymore. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't go through things in life that make me feel generally down for a while, because they're difficult things to walk through in life. But when I feel down, I don't feel like there's no way out. I know that it's temporary. I know I have a much more grounded and healthy view on things as I experience them. So when I walk through challenging and difficult times, I never reach that hopeless feeling. I don't even come close to hopeless. And I had that before. I reached a point where I almost wasn't here anymore because I was planning on not being here. I don't even come close to that because I find pure joy in my family, in providing for my family, in loving my family. And I understand that I'm important. I'm a key piece to my family. if I wasn't here, it would have a large impact on my family, a devastating impact on my family. And so I definitely would say at this point, I beat depression. And not really me. Like if I'm being truly 100% honest, it was Jesus 100%. So for me, I've gone through a lot in life. A lot. And I know a lot of people have. So it's a challenging journey. Honestly, that's the huge weight on my heart is, and you'll hear people say, okay, fair warning, it's about to get real in here, y'all. You'll hear people say that people who take their own lives are selfish. I don't think so. Honestly, there could be some, but I personally, from my experience, I personally would not label anybody that way. When I reached the point where I was planning on taking my own life, it was because at that point, all the lies of depression had led me to believe that me being here had made Stacy's life worse. Me being here made India's life worse. It made Nevaeh's life worse. It made Miley's life worse. I legitimately felt like my presence here on Earth made my entire family's life terrible. That was the thought that I believed in my mind, like wholeheartedly. That was truth to me. And I loved them so much that I was like, man, if I'm making them that miserable, if I take me out of the equation, their life instantly gets way better. And that is the thought, the idea, the process that I had in my mind was that I literally was making my family's life better if I took mine. Which is a lie, actually. Now that I can see clear, now that I can see the impact that it would have made all their lives incredibly worse. They would have had to wade through that trauma for the rest of their lives. Trauma is a very difficult thing, and that's where a lot of the conversations go to reluctant. Every conversation is way different with every single person that I talk to in private messages. And it's because everybody's life is different. The conversations are as unique as people are unique because everybody's walked their own journey. Everybody's walked their own experiences. Everybody's walked their own joys, their own excitements, and their own traumas. And battling mental health issues come back to those traumas. And at the very basis of all of it, it's walking through those with someone to be able to help process them, to be able to help move on, and to be able to help heal and get to a better point.